For this assignment, I believe that there are a few additional components required in this diagram. So what I've drawn here is the first obvious thing then when you look at the diagram is the missing of firewalls. So I believe there should be a clustered firewall connecting internet users to the infrastructure of the company. And this clustered firewall could be like a Sophos or a WatchGuard or a Fortinet firewall. And that's the first step that I would introduce into this organization. Also, what I see here is the lack of a file print server or Active Directory server. I believe there should be two directory services. So I've drawn a diagram of a file and print server 1 and a file and print server 2. So there's a redundancy in terms of your directory servers as well. Also, the printers should not connect directly to users or available to users directly. They should be set up as print queues on the file and print servers so that we can control what level of access has someone to those printers, so that the printers cannot be used to just print out user lists or transaction lists or credit card numbers from your database servers. Also, there would be no direct access for users to the database server. They can only access the database server via the web server, and the web server has restricted access via API calls to the database. In that regard, again, the data is protected. There is no database ports open to the users. The only users that will be able to access the database servers directly on the LAN is administrators, and they will require that higher level of security, which is governed by the directory used on the file and print server. So in that regard, we are not allowing direct access to the database, and there is no direct access for internet users to the LANs. Both the LANs will be protected, and the public internet users can only access the DMZ1 and DMZ2. Also, in this particular design, I propose that there's no port 80 HTTP clear text, and that all access to the web servers is restricted to port 443 and TLS 1.2. There's no weak ciphers that's used on that TLS. It's only strong ciphers with TLS 1.2 that will be allowed on the web servers. Both those web servers can be load balanced at the clustered firewall so that there is redundancy in case one of them should fail. Also, in this diagram, I have introduced a VPN link. So the two database servers is on a separate dedicated VPN link. So there's no other device that will access that VPN link. It's only point-to-point database server link, which is encrypted and allows the database servers to run transactional replication in both directions, so that it again provides us with redundancy and up to the last second data on both sides, so that that redundancy is there. Introduced in this diagram is also a backup server, which will be used for daily backups, weekly schedules, monthly schedules, and these backups will also be archived offline. The backup software that we'll use is either Trend or VM, Unitrends, and the backup software also is designed to detect automatically if there's anomalies such as high file changes, which could indicate a ransomware attack, and then also potentially block that. Also, the hard clustered firewall has advanced intrusion prevention detection, and that is in a part of the software firewalls run on every server, and there's also an application firewall running on the two web servers. So that in a nutshell is my proposed architecture for this business. There are some costs involved for the additional 3 servers. The backups are in the 2 file and print servers and directory servers. But I believe that the additional costs employed here will be easily recovered in the prevention of downtime. It's both on the monetary value as well as the reputation of the business. Thank you very much.